Close your eyes and picture yourself as a detective from New York City. You've just been sent to the small town of Fort Luthero in the middle of nowhere to solve the town's first serial killer mystery. It was considered to be an open and shut case for over 15 years, and the original person suspected of the crime was incarcerated. But now the killer is back, and angrier than ever. Someone is guilty. But who? The town is counting on you to solve the mystery. Remember to question everything and trust your instincts. You are currently standing at the front door of the Fort Luthero police station. You open the door.
Welcome to Fort Luthero, Detective. I am Chief of Police Danny Chamberlain. I've been running this department for 25 years, and I can honestly say that this case is well beyond anything we've ever imagined. Let me give you a quick rundown of the case so far. 15 years ago, a strange body was discovered, lifeless, on the high school football field. It was strange because the body was severely dismembered and beaten beyond recognition. After a lengthy investigation, we discovered that it was the body of 17-year-old Bruce Ferrinto, a young rising star athlete on his way to college, with a full ride playing football. Months later, we discovered significant evidence to suggest that the victim's sister, Vixie Ferrinto, was the culprit, and the judge agreed with us. They sent her away, and she's been in solitary confinement since. Now, as of a few weeks ago, another 3 bodies turned up in the same field, dismembered in the exact same way. Our town has never seen violence like this, and we need your help to catch this killer. I'm bringing in a partner for you to work with. Someone who's incredibly familiar with the case. Sergeant Mayfair. They've been working on this case for years now, and know everything and anything that happened. Sergeant, meet the new detective that was sent to help in your investigation. Best in the business and dedicated to help us solving this riddle.
Sir, do you really think that's necessary? I've finally located Bruce's high school sweetheart. I'm about to go speak to her. I'm making progress, so there's really no need.
Perfect. The detective will come along and interview the girl. I want them as caught up on the details as you are, Sergeant. Dismissed.
So, you're from New York, huh? Big city with plenty of crime of its own. Why on earth would you want to be sent to the middle of nowhere to solve a cold case? Can't imagine it being much of a resume builder for a detective. Well, either way, I guess we're stuck with each other, so I may as well let you know that the 3 new victims were recently identified as Bruce's former football teammates. I'm on my way now to interview Miss Laura Dreger. She was Bruce's girlfriend for the last 6 months. She only recently returned my calls about what's been going on. So let's roll, big city kid. Just let me do the talking. It's been 15 years since this case was supposed to be over. Keep an eye on her, though. Let me know what you think. Miss Dreger, it's great to see you again. Thank you so much for agreeing to meet with us. This is a detective the precinct brought in to help aid me in this new case. Now, can you tell me a bit about the relationship between Bruce and the 3 teammates?
Sure. They were called Justin and Dalton. They were all defensive players on the team. They all went on to get drafted by different teams and played professionally for about 5 years. Before this,
Can you think of any reason the 3 would be back in town?
the high school's class 15 reunion is this last weekend. That's why I'm in town too. Dalton, Cole, and Justin all showed up. A lot of people showed up to this dinner the Fientos threw to welcome us back. It was a lot more to pay respect to Bruce. and his family rather than to get together and brag about where we are in life. They've been going through a tough time with Vixie and all.
Have you seen Vixie since the conviction?
No one has. As far as I'm concerned, I hope she rots in that box. And you could put that on the record.
Could you think of any reason why someone would want to harm the three boys?
They're professional football players. I'm sure they've received their fair share of death threats when the game don't go their way. But around here, no one in particular comes to mind. You could ask Nathan Sandino. He was also Bruce's teammate. He knew everything about everyone on the team. He's still in town for the reunion also. If there's anything else I can do to help, please let me know. Excuse me.
So, what do you think, Detective? Yeah, she didn't really give us much information to go off of. Well, nothing we didn't already know. But I didn't know the Ferrantos threw a party. Someone there has to be the killer, but who? According to the trial, Bruce had a lot of friends and supporters. I can only imagine how big the party must have been. Nathan Sunday. I'll get the guys at the precinct to put a bolo out on him so we can talk to him as well.
Is just in a new break in a mysterious case of the three victims that turned up on a Fort Luthero High School football field. The names of the three are cornerback Cole Denegiza, linebacker Justin Louvero, and wide receiver Dalton Messi. All three are professional football players and reported missing by their coaches and families. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their families and loved ones. Stay tuned. I'm Charlie Storm, and you're watching FLTV.
This news reporter was the one who initially broke the Bruce Ferranto story. He was even the first news team on the site when the body was discovered. I remember talking to him and thinking, this guy has someone on the inside. Someone feeding him information in order to wave it in our face that the police are a joke. What about Vixie? Well, I think it's safe to say that if the cases are connected in any way, we could have sent the wrong person to jail. Come on, let's roll.
Sergeant Mayfer, is it true what Charlie said on the news? Is it really the three boys from my old team?
I'm afraid so, Sam. The medical examiner told me personally. I'm so sorry. I know how much they meant to you.
How is this possible? I just saw them yesterday at the party the Ferranitos threw for all of us. They talked to me about an organization they were putting together to bring a training camp program out here for the kids to play all kinds of sports. Sarge, please, tell me it's not the same monster that killed Bruce.
I can't say for sure, but I'm working night and day in order to figure it out just like before. Only this time, I've got help. Meet the new detective they sent to help me. This is Coach Sam Behringer. He was the boys' football coach when they were here in high school. We promise you, Sam, whoever this person isn't going to get away. You said you were at the party the Ferrantos threw. You remember who exactly was there?
Yeah, the boys were there. So was Laura, Nathan, Jason, and Miss Cynthia. That's all I saw, at least. I left early because my wife's been bedridden these past few weeks, and I'm taking care of her.
Well, if you think of anyone else, call me right away, day or night. We'll see you around, Sam.
Have a good day, and please, find this animal.
Doesn't make any sense. I can't imagine why anyone would want to attack those three. Around here, it didn't matter what team they were on. All that mattered is that they were representing our town.
Excuse me, Sergeant Mayfair?
Yes, how can I? Jason Hernandez, just the person I wanted to talk to.
I heard what Charlie said on the news. Does this mean you were wrong?
I don't know yet, Jason. All I can say is be careful. Someone is angry about something, but I'm more concerned about keeping as many people alive as I can. I need you to stay in town. The police will provide surveillance so we can protect you and your family. Can you tell me what time you left the Ferrantos party?
It was about 11. My wife and kid went back to the hotel around 9 because they were exhausted and wanted to sleep. I hope the Frintos clean up. You can ask them yourselves about that. Now, if I'm done being interrogated, I need to get back to my family. Stop wasting time with me and go and find the real killer.
So, get any good personality reads off him? That was Jason, Bruce's best friend in high school. Didn't go professional like his teammates, but instead went to Harvard to get his degree in engineering. 11 p.m. The time of death from the medical examiner said that the bodies were dumped there between 10 and 12 p.m. The death and dismemberment happened at least 5 hours prior. Plenty of time to do all those things. Good work today, big city kid. Keep this up, and we may have this wrapped up quick. Watch your back. Small town, word spreads fast about us on this case. So be on the lookout, just in case. Night.
So, you're the detective working on that brutal case? You don't need to be so formal with me. I'm Sadie, and I work as a guard at the prison where Vixie is being held. Yeah, I've seen her. She's been keeping a close eye on the story, and an especially close eye on you. I think that girl knows more than people give her credit. Do you really think the world could have gotten it this wrong? You're right, it's too soon to tell. Well, if you need anything, please, don't hesitate to ask. People like us have to stick together. You know, the good guys. Have a good evening. And hey, dinner's on me.
Detective, hello. Sorry for just popping up like this while you're enjoying dinner. But I wanted to introduce myself, and I barely get any free time. Charlie Storm, at your service. I'm sure you know that I was one of the first to break the story about Bruce. In any case, I was hoping you'd let me get an interview with... of course, the case is classified, but I meant an interview about you. I think the locals will be excited to know that there is a hotshot detective on the case. Around here, the idea of going to a place like New York is a fantasy they occasionally allow themselves to have. Here's my card. Think about it.
Get down to the graveyard now. I've got someone here that you're gonna want to meet.
Nighty-night, ladies. Into your cells. Come on, let's go. Lights out, A2693.
For someone